What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn
podcast.
Send it by
our damn selves.
219. Shout out to all my Indiana people.
Yeah.
So 219.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, another fucked up week. We gotta kick this off.
No, I know.
Unfortunately, another death. Like, it's just too much death for me. Like, rest in peace to my homeboy, Mr. Joe Adams, better known as G-Skee.
Mm-hmm.
Lost him way too soon, man.
Yeah.
Died about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
As we record this, and it still doesn't seem real to me. Like, but I'll tell a little story about him. He's that's one of my proteges. I personally trained him in the radio. Like, yeah, so me and he, we were pretty tight. And then one of my proudest moments in my radio career is in 2019 when I got moved from the on it's Power 106 Rockford. I'm talking about when I got moved from the night spot to the morning spot. He took over the Rockford night spot. Yeah, so like one of my
and he was like, "Oh wow!" You're like, "Yeah, now you got your show." Like, yeah, so I understand being proud of him.
10 spot, yeah. It's gone away, and we all going through it like everybody at the Crawford family, Power 92, Power 106, 106.3, Chicago. Just everybody's going through YCA. Everybody's just going.
YCA.
It's and just I'm still, like I said, it hasn't really hit me like that, but and we had mud volleyball in Rockford this past weekend. And one of my favorite memories of the mud volleyball, which I posted the video, was us, me, Esco, KJ, all of us, and the others like dumping G-Skee into the mud. Like,
I saw that because she like suplexed him in the mud.
City baby, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's one of my favorite. And how that happened is he was on the sidelines. He didn't play in the game. Yeah, like So the rest of us, we all dirty. He's standing there like clean this. We like kind of plot like we're gonna dump him in the mud. That's how somebody, I think Dottie recorded it. Was like, hey, our guy Dottie. He's like, hey, you recorded? We're about to dump G-Skee in the mud. So then we like, shoo, and I lifted him up in the air.
Yeah.
Like trying to just push him in there. I was like, yeah, I use my MMA background. It's like
I know, I saw it because you got him up and you actually like dumped him in the mud. Because he was looking like like I didn't sign up for this. That's how he was looking. I didn't sign up to get dirty. I wasn't gonna get dirty like the rest of you guys. That's how he was looking.
We just didn't want to play it, but he stayed. Yeah, like we had white shirts and we called ourselves the Mudashians. That was our team. Yeah, like Kardashian, but mud.
Oh yeah, the Mudashians.
Mudashian shirts. Like his shit is like pristine and shit. His shit. All the rest of us is like
y'all looking like John McClane when he climbed out the vent. Die Hard.
John McClane at the end of Die, he looked at. Right. You see, like he did at the beginning of Die Hard. We looked at the end.
He climbed out the vent.
But yeah, gone way too soon. Esco put out a nice statement, which I read on my Rockford show in Power 106. I'll reread Esco's statement that he posted on the Power 106 social media. It was real dope, I thought, but I'm gonna read it right here. And it summed up how a lot of us felt about G-Skee. He posted today we mourn the tragic loss of one of our own. G-Skee was not just part of our radio family, he was family. Some of us shared a studio with him for over a decade, including me. Yeah. The studio is much more than a workspace to us. It's a place where we build lifelong relationships and memories. We remember all the studio conversations with G-Skee. Yes, I will. Whether it was about life, love, music, work, family, G-Skee was always there to listen. Sometimes we would have to remind him that we were there to listen to him too, because he was selfless that way. He was a good listener. He shared stories with us about his life that weren't always bright. In spite of all the adversity that he faced in his life, G-Skee was good to his core. I want everybody to know about him. G-Skee was a good man. Although it's hard right now, I want all of us to remember the endless laughs we shared with G-Skee. The thought of him saying, hecky nah, Joe, like he was so Chicago. That was one of his I was like, yeah, you ugly as hell, boy. Like that was one of his things. He called everybody ugly. That's why probably where I got that from when I mentioned like ugly. So also like G-Skee would say ugly. Like, so yeah, have me help you smile through the tears today. Yeah, thank you to everybody who has reached out to us today on their condolences. We ask for your patience with us. We are dealing with every emotion you could think of. G-Skee, we love you and miss you dearly. You were a friend to everyone, family to many, and most importantly, a father to Joey. He has a son too. That's what makes this. Until we meet again, rest in peace, Esco. Yeah, R.I.P. G-Skee. So
very nice. Big ups to Esco. That was very nice. Like it was done in where like I like when tributes highlight the good stuff, you know, because when you lose someone, it is
hard. Like, you don't want to mourn, but you want to celebrate the legacy too.
The legacy, you have to.
You ugly. It's like I was like, yeah, G-Skee did. You say that all the time, yeah.
Because you're just doing like you're just all just crying, and it's just no laughs, and it's just tears. Like it's too hard.
At the mud volleyball,
yes, I was like,
shout out KJ. She's the one who brought the brought the little pictures of G-Skee like to we dedicating it for him. So I decided, so I'm gonna take one in front of the Power 106 flag right there. So that's be right there. Paying homage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a rough one. Yeah.
Yeah, this just sucks. Like, I mean, we don't like having to report when a loved one passes, but it's like,
and I can't even imagine what that little boy is going through. Yeah, because him and his son were real close too. Yeah, he was named after him. Yeah, Joey. Yeah, like
how is his son?
He has a young son. He got like 7, 8. Like he's young. Yeah, he's not even 10.
Like around like Ari's age, like maybe a little older than Ari, like around that age. Yeah,
might be a little bit older than her. Yeah, but I can't imagine.
I know, especially at that age, because it's like at that age, they understand death at that age. Like children that age understand it.
8, 9. I don't know his exact age, but he's old enough to know exactly what's going on.
To know what's going on, yeah. Like you can process it. Like under a certain age, children don't really understand, but when you get over a certain age,
know that. But Ari would, for example.
Oh, Ari definitely knows about it when she talks, and she's like when we listen to stuff, so she's like if we're listening to certain music, and she's like, "Did they pass away?" And like, because a lot of artists I listen to, I'm like, "Yes, baby. Unfortunately, they passed away, baby." I have to tell her. She's like, "Oh, they died." I'm like, "Yeah, they died, baby, before you were born." And she's like, "Oh," and then she's like, "I'm sad now," and I'm like, "It's okay, baby. Don't be sad." But just rest in peace. Prayers to his family.
Absolutely.
Definitely prayers to his family. And, like as we've said before, like whenever, like if it's like a peer of yours or like even a friend, it's like, it's like you're there, but think about the family. Like I said, all of us are family, but the family directly, like I said, like after the funeral, after everything, you kind of can go back to like your life normal somewhat, but they cannot.
Especially that little boy, like he gotta grow up without his father.
So if they do need something, like, so I'm hoping that they have a good support, because it does take a family, it does take a village, to rally around that.
We've been rallying around them, like especially.
So rally around them.
Has been spearheading. They're like, shout out to Mayha. She's really been she's been our go-to person with the family. Like,
so whatever they need, like if it's just something, just a simple, like if I need to like go to the grocery store for you because you just don't want to go out in public, because you just may not want to go out in public. That's understandable. I can go to the grocery store for you. Like just stuff like that. Like just be there. If it's a phone call that you need to just have a phone call with.
Memory I share with G-Skee, and this is a funny one too, is especially now that fucking Donda is still not out. Kanye is supposed to come out Friday the 6th, but that's why I said which August 6th. I said that on this podcast. I said which August 6th, not 2021, obviously. Like which August 6th. But it's not out. But myself and G-Skee were like the only two people at the station that didn't cancel Kanye. Even when he was doing all the red hat talking, it sounds like a choice shit, all the wild shit he was doing during that time. It's like, so that's one thing we shared in common. Everybody was like, fuck Kanye, cancel. And we both like, G-Skee was like really hard. With me, I'm like, Kanye, he says a lot of wild shit, but I'm still a fan. Like G-Skee is like, Ye is my guy. Fuck what y'all talking about. He was hard. Like,
he's Chi-Town. He was Chi-Town through here. He was shot down to his heart.
Kanye was up there a few years back when he stopped by to had a conversation with Ferris. You remember that? Yeah. On this podcast, yeah. And he stopped there, and everybody, of course, like wants to get a fucking picture with Kanye. And he said, y'all talked all that shit about canceling, but he's up here, you on his dick and shit. That's one of the things I was like, I agree. Yeah.
That was him. Okay, because I was trying to remember who said it, because I remember you said that somebody was like, now y'all riding the bandwagon. Yeah, y'all all up in here in his face.
He's a cool yay and all of that stuff. Like y'all talking
like that was like now
that he's here and shit, everybody you want to like
you like this?
With him, it's like, yeah. Shout out Mike Jones. I'm gonna tell this. So Mike Jones was one of the biggest detractors against Kanye, and he was the first one to like get his pick. All that shit.
We love you, Mike. We love you.
I love Mike, but I was like, but it's funny though. It's like talk to all
funny, that. Yeah. But how many people do that with anybody? Oh, so and so. Oh, sell out ass. Oh, this. Oh, that. Oh, so and so. Oh my God, it's so and so. How many people? Everybody does that.
I know he's Chicago, and I know people still fuck with him, but I'm not taking a picture with R. Kelly and shit. Like, I go on record and say that it's like, yeah.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I'm not taking a picture. Like, no offense and shit, but yeah, I'm not taking a picture, and I'm not canceling R. Kelly, but I'm not taking a picture with that.
Yeah, I said I'm not muting R. Kelly. Like I said, if this song comes on the radio, I don't change the station if it comes on.
And if somebody plays it, I don't get offended.
I'm not leaving the house.
Not about to
but
run.
I'm not
all the shit I done talked about him on this podcast. Like, what do I look like? Like, Kels.
I'm not busting it on my Spotify. And his album still is on my Spotify from earlier, but I don't play I just don't play it. I just don't. I just haven't. But like in my shuffle.
You said it there the best. So his music, they talking about, they canceling R. Kelly. They haven't taken his music down. You can find
it's sitting on my Spotify. It's in my Spotify. Now, if I say I might have like Fiesta or something like that, like in my college, because I have a college playlist on my Spotify. If I have it on shuffle when it comes up, I'm not going to skip it. I'll let it play. But I'm not going to like seek it out, is what I'm saying. I'm not seeking it out, but I'm not muting him. I'm not canceling, you know. But I mean, I'm not, and then I'm not going to, when the people try to defend it, that's a whole nother. Like
another you're like this one is like another G-Skee thing that he was on. He was one of the first to say Bucks and 6. He was one of the first, and that's one of the last conversations I had with G-Skee because he actually drove out to Milwaukee for Game 6. He was out there with all the because they're playing a game outside of the arena.
Right.
One of the people in that madness outside of the arena, like
60,000 people outside. Yep,
it was one of the 60,000. He was out there. Yeah.
Marcus said we should have went up there. I'm glad we didn't. I was like, I don't want to do that. So we should drive to Milwaukee, babe.
I'm not that big, to be honest, man. But yeah, I was rooting for the Bucks, but I'm not driving.
I was like, I passed. I did a hard pass. I was like, yeah. And then we had the kids with us. It's like, yeah. It's like, nah, we'll pass. We could drop the kids off though. I'm like, yeah.
Every time the Bucks won a game during that series, because remember, like the Suns went up 0-2. And everybody was like, yeah, Chris Paul gonna get it. Bucks and 6. I'm telling you, that's what they want to say. When y'all gonna learn Bucks and 6? He kept saying it every game they won.
And remember, I said on the podcast,
y'all ninjas gonna learn Bucks and 6. I told y'all.
I was like, as much as I like Chris Paul and I want Chris Paul it would be nice to see him get his ring. I was like, this train is just too strong. Bucks and 6. I said that. I was like, Bucks and 6. Mm-hmm. And I was glad I was right. So I mean, so we connected with that. So he was right.
First to say is matter of fact, here's him with his Bucks jersey on right here, like celebrating it. That's from his Instagram right there. Yeah, he was definitely on the Bucks and 6 teams from like pretty much day one. He was like, I think that's the old. It looked like the old Ray Allen jersey. It didn't look like the current.
It does, yeah, the old school
90s Bucks jersey. That's what it looked like to me.
You remember that day? You have a certain age. You remember Ray Allen being with the Bucks? You have a certain age. That's when he was Jesus Shellsworth.
That was because when that movie.
Right, he was Jesus. You remember that? You're of a certain age. You are.
What? Rest in peace to the good brother G-Skee, Mr. Joe Adams. Mm-hmm. Love you, man. One love.
And he's like, within the basketball, like I said, he'll love this basketball. I said he would love the basketball talk. Yeah.
Add another rest in peace I want to get out before we go deep into this NBA talk. Rest in peace to the house legend, Mr. Paul Johnson. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw that too because they said that Death Comes at 3. It was somebody else. I can't remember the name, but they had G-Skee's name.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, because Mike Love did a tribute for both because they died the same day. That's what was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, yeah, because I kept posting. I was like, man, today was rough. Like today really.
That's awful, yeah.
Paul, I didn't know as well as a lot of other guys. A lot of my DJ friends were really close. He was like a mentor to a lot of them, and But I met Paul 2 or 3 times in passing. Like we've crossed paths, but I wasn't close with him like that. But we have crossed paths.
And if you were part of that culture, like Kareem, like our big brother Kareem, like I'm sure like he knows who he was because Kareem was into that deep house culture. Like Kareem was.
I got a song that he did. Definitely wanted to get it down, 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 down,
down, down, down, down.
Now you know.
Because every time I would hear that, I'd be like,
that's a Paul Johnson house classic right there.
I would get it, yeah.
Paul Johnson.
At the Black Sock Ops, remember those Sock Ops? I would get at the Black Sock Ops.
That song came out in the 90s, so yeah, there you go. That was
at the Robert A. Black Sock Ops, we would play at our jam. Yep, it would be. Oh my gosh.
But his was COVID related, and plus he's been having all kinds of health problems. Like I know he had lost his legs at one point. I know he had been battling health problems for years. So but he was still DJ, even like he was a fighter.
I like the spirit though, because it's like
without legs, and like what excuse I got.
I like the spirit though, because it's like you're only like if you just sit in your house and be like, woe is me, then you can actually like it's been stories about there with somebody who they was like, oh, you're only given 6 months, a year to live, and then they live like 10 years because
Alex Trebek did Jeopardy.
They kept on going.
Do it, remember? Yeah, he did Jeopardy until he was too sick to do it.
Until he actually could not do it.
Like a week or something before he died, he did his last show. So I'm like, it was like really close like that.
It was real close. Like he was. Literally, like
up to the very end is like,
and they say you can see it like on those last tapes. They say you can see that he was just fighting through it, just fighting through it.
He kept doing. He said the show makes me happy. It gives me something to live for. Yeah. He said it's not work at all. Like I like doing it. He wanted to do it. Yeah. Only reason he stopped doing it is when he physically couldn't. That's the only way to stop it.
I still like the guy who gave, and then like I know, like I said, when Alex did the thing where the Final Jeopardy. And the person wrote, "We love you, Alex," on the board. And then Alex was like, you know, he still just tried to stay like with his professional, like just like we always say, people like that are a class act when you just stay in, you know, you don't want the, you know, the sadness or whatever. But the fact that he was DJ, and he
to the very end, yeah. And like once he caught COVID, and he had a bad case. Like I had a mild case. He had like he was one of those on the respirator and all of that. He was like, so he had been battling COVID for a while now, and then he finally succumbed.
And then the fact that you was like he had underlying, because like if you do have an underlying health,
and that's typically the ones that succumb to COVID. Like if you're healthy, you had a good chance of survival. Yeah, like you like I said, I had it. I went through it like a week and a half, and then I was back to normal. Yeah. But if you already have like pre-existing health conditions, that's when that kind of stuff happens.
Right. Like if you're a kidney patient, I know if you're diabetic, you're at a higher risk.
Yeah. If
you have upper respiratory issues, you're at a higher risk. So.
And he had been battling for years with his health problems, but he's only 50 years old. That's what's sad.
Oh my gosh.
Young guy,
That's so young, yeah.
But rest in peace, 2 Chicago icons, G-Skee and Paul Johnson. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right. Enough. I didn't depress myself enough. Let's have some.
And like I said, we'll talk about
celebrity deaths. I'm not going to even touch on them because somebody else just died right now. I'm not going to even touch on that. But we'll stick to the happy stuff. Let's get it.
Okay. Yeah, but we like what I'm saying that because like G-Skee was a big. Well, I'm sure he was probably a Bulls fan, obviously.
Probably a Bulls fan, but Bucks fan because the Bulls have been trashed. Like, not anymore, though.
And then Chicago North. I hope we said that's Chicago North. We call that Chicago North, Milwaukee. But the Bulls,
huge miss because NBA kicked off a week ago. Let's August 1st is when free agency officially kicked out, when teams could start talking. They say because the deals weren't being able to sign till this weekend is when That's why all these they were like agreement. They agreed to these deals, but like
unless it's DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, and Doc Rivers.
Chris Paul locked me in the house.
To me, the way it looks to me is like they were holding him down. Like, yeah, they're like, you gonna sign this contract here? They holding.
You gonna sign this right here on the dotted line?
Yeah, he's like,
you gonna sign it? You gonna sign it?
Him and Chris Paul and Doc Rivers are holding him. You're gonna sign the damn contract, like Doc. He's like, okay.
Well, he was saying in the State Farm, they took my rings. You ain't got no rings. Sure don't. KG with the one-liner.
But that's some funny shit there. But Chicago Bulls. I'm wearing Chicago, and it's red too. Ironically,
I have on New Orleans. But hey, I mean, it works because I have on New Orleans. We didn't plan that.
Chicago, goddamn it! Break this iPad, yeah. Because like the
we didn't plan this.
the first signing the Bulls made was a New Orleans Pelican, Mr. Lonzo Ball, Chicago bound sign and trade with Chicago. 4 years, $85 million. The Bulls sent back Thomas Satoransky, did Garrett Temple. And, some second round picks. I want to say there's another player in that too. I can't think of who
Temple. I did like, but I mean, you gotta move for it. I mean, that was one that I was like, dag, like because I did like his energy. Temple did. He gave some good toughness that the Bulls needed. He gave some toughness. And Sato, he'll be a good player to like he's a vet. So I mean, vets know how to play. Vets know how to get the young guys.
I want to say it was another player involved in that. I don't remember who. So let's try to pull up the exact. I know I got the dollar amount, and I know Satoransky along with Temple, but it seemed like it was another player involved in that. So,
but he's been Lonzo Ball. He's been balling out. He took notice of like working on my game. Okay, and he worked on his game, and that was one that you wanted because you said this. You was like, I want Lonzo Ball. You said, I want Lonzo Ball. I want Lonzo Ball.
I was like, Bulls got to upgrade the point guard position. I was like, because the trade I wanted at the deadline, I put it out there, and somehow this dude still hasn't been traded. I said Lonzo for Lauri Markkanen, and that's the trade. Right. I was like, the Bulls don't want Markkanen. I said, Lonzo wants out of New Orleans. I said, it's like win-win. That's the trade I wanted. I said straight up. It's like Lonzo for Lauri Markkanen. That's the trade I wanted, but it turned out it was this other trade. Thomas Satoransky, Garrett Temple, and it was those. There wasn't another player in this, so I was right.
Okay.
It was Satoransky, Temple, and a second rounder. That's the deal.
Okay.
And yeah. So needless to say, I'm excited. And then where rumors started swirling around after that is like, and the Bulls are not done. Like this ain't guard packs. This ain't your father's front office. This ain't your father's front office. This ain't guard packs.
Because I mean, the fact that they got Vucevic last year, it's like that just spoke volumes for them going to get boots.
For Otto Porter, Wendell Carter, and like for a couple of first rounders. I think that
Wendell Carter, Marcus could not stand him.
I never wanted him.
Marcus could stand him.
He was celebrating that pick because he was like, yeah, I'm happy. I was like, nobody's happy about Wendell Carter. Like he's like, it's like if Safe Pick like had a poster child, it was that shit. Yeah.
It would be him.
It's like it's a guy with a low ceiling and shit. Is like he's not gonna get that much better. He might be a solid role player as his ceiling and shit.
Right.
A lottery pick, like you can find players like that, like and like you can in the G League, you can find like
right.
You could sign undrafted. Like Ben Wallace was undrafted. He's better than fucking Wendell Carter and shit. You can find like players like that, hustle players. Like, you don't have to do lottery picks for players like that.
For that, right. But then like the rumors start to swirl like,
DeMar DeRozan was Bulls bound.
We was like,
Lauri Markkanen somehow was not part of that trade either, because that's where he was supposed to be up there. Yeah. There's gonna be a double signing trade, Markkanen out and DeMar DeRozan in from San Antonio. But the DeRozan part got done, but not the Markkanen part, yeah.
Right.
So that trade was they said the Bulls sent out I'll just find the trade.
Was it Tice that went out?
No, Tice is going to Houston. That's a whole nother shit.
Tice was another thing. That's right. Okay. It was
Thaddeus
Young.
I can't think of who else, but
who I wanted to keep Thad Young, but
Thad Young, somebody else, and a first rounder. Who's this other player? I can't think of. But Thad Young, somebody in the first round there, I know was the trade. I should have had my shit ready. Like I said, shows, yeah.
All I know is when you text me and you was like, DeRozan, I was like, you just text me that DeRozan. I was like, oh, now in my phone, like, wait, where's that?
It happened, baby. Let me just go to my Bulls page. I'll find it like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my Chicago.
Yeah, I saw Bulls are in talks of doing this, so we upgraded.
Bulls completely reshaped that roster during this offseason. So, like, needless to say, the Bulls should definitely be a playoff team now with those upgrades.
Because our starting five now is
Lonzo Ball at the point guards. You got Zach at the point. Two, of course. At the three, you got DeMar DeRozan. Power forward Pat Will. Second now, like the rookie going to the second. Mm-hmm. And then
Vooch.
Got Vooch.
That's solid. Pretty badass.
Solid.
That's pretty badass.
Okay.
Pretty badass.
I'm pulling up the details for this fucking.
Shout out to the people saying that now we have the second lightest back court now next to the Splash Brothers. They was petty online saying that. Why they make fun of Zach and Lonzo like that? Oh, but they petty for that. Okay. But hey, if they can do what the Splash Brothers do, then hey, I'm happy with that. That's what I want.
Yeah. Alfred Camino, that's who we are, because I knew it was somebody who didn't play. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna drive me. I know it's not important to you all, but I will say I'm gonna find out and shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna find out who it is, right?
It was Thaddeus Young, Alfred Camino, a first rounder in 2 seconds. So that's what it is. First round pick got a lot of protection for all of y'all dipshits that another first, but like you can't just suck forever and like hope that these first round picks become the next LeBron fucking James. Mm-hmm. It don't work out like that, yeah.
Like you have a better chance of finding the next Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You have a better chance of doing that.
Why not look at the other way? That the first round pick might be like a late first rounder and it's the next Marcus Teagues. Like, it could go that way. It's like, yeah. Hey, so like, is it okay to get DeRozan? Are you willing to give up Marcus Teagues to get DeRozan? That's all I'm saying.
Well, when you put it like that,
because it's like it's lottery protected. So that means that if the Bulls make the playoffs, then the Bulls then San Antonio gets the pick. It's like the Bulls miss the playoffs, the Bulls keep it. It's lottery protected. And that means the better the Bulls are, then San Antonio keeps. That means the Bulls are like a top 5 team in the East. And that's going to be in a lower first rounder, which could be like a Marcus Teague. Like I said.
Exactly.
So like
then people like to play devil's advocate. But look, Bulls got Jimmy Butler. Just stop.
And with the second round picks, they say, yeah, well, Draymond is
like. Draymond agree.
Most second round picks are trash.
Like, Isaiah Thomas before he fell off. Joker was a second rounder.
Yeah, Jaren's trash. Jeremy Grant instead of me.
Yeah.
There's some good second rounders out there, but most second rounders suck and shit, so stop it. And the Bulls weren't the only team in play for DeRozan. That's why, because Markkanen, Spurs wanted Lauri Markkanen, but Lauri, I don't know if his agent is a shithead. I don't know if he got the Lionel Hutz of sports agents and shit, but Lauri. He really put himself in a bad spot because now teams are running out of cap space. So like Lauri is like he wants that big contract, but it's looking more and more likely he's not going to get it. And shit. He's going to take what scraps are left now and shit because Spurs wanted, but like it wasn't enough money. That's the rumor that's out there. The Spurs wanted Mark, so the Bulls had to because like DeRozan, he was a coveted free agent, probably top 10 in this class, like as far as free agent.
Right.
He was near the top of like free agents. So you got to act. Yeah. You can't just sit on your hands and like think that DeRozan wants to come here so much because the Knicks wanted DeRozan.
Put it like this in real estate terms. If you see a house in an area, the perfect house for you and your family, you want to buy, it's a seller's market now. It's not a buyer's market. So if you see this house and then you have your offer, you got to put a strong offer because it may be multiple offers. And that's what it is. It was going to be multiple offers on DeRozan. Multiple offers on him, and you gotta come out strong.
That means you gotta sell your car to like put a down payment. You gotta do that.
Yeah, like, you gotta come in strong.
Look at Thad Young is like selling your car to get the down payment money. It's like that. You don't want to sell your car, but it's like, but I gotta get this. I can get another car, yeah, but I gotta sell this. I gotta sell my car to get this house. That's the equivalent like that. Yeah. To put
a little bit more, put a little bit more out your savings than you intended. Like, okay, I only have this amount saved, but let me up my down payment. Let me up it. Let me up this. So
that's what the Thad Young was, because to get the deal done. Because
right.
you don't sit on your hands and wait. Because the Knicks wanted, and another team that had put a nice offer, which I'm reading right now, the Clippers wanted him. Which would have been that's a big three right there with Kawhi, Paul George, and DeRozan.
Yeah, that's scary.
A lot of firepower right there.
That's a lot of firepower.
So the Bulls had to act quickly and shit, because the Clippers had put a deal together around Luke Kennard, Patrick Beverly, and like others, and like other stuff.
Patrick Beverly can go with his ass. Mr. Great Defense, locked down people.
But then the Spurs looked at both as like, okay, yeah, Thad Young, Pat Beverly. They chose Thad Young. Sorry, Pat Beverly. Sorry, West Side, but fuck out of here. Yeah, they took Thad Young.
Yeah. And plus, Popovich likes guys like I don't think that he would fare well under Popovich, Patrick Beverly, because
it'd be funny seeing Patrick Beverly in that Spurs uniform.
Popovich is one of them. Like he's intense. Popovich is an intense coach, and he doesn't go for like the bullshit.
After getting bounced in the conference finals last year, that's what you do when you can't just run it back. That's not that's
right.
What Garpax does. And Garpax ran it back with trash teams, like teams that even played the playoffs. They just run it back. He's like, you got to try to improve. It's like, yeah.
Thibodeau, and Thibodeau was a little bit of fault because we got more than enough to win. No, we don't.
Keith Bogans is not more than enough.
No, we don't. I mean, I appreciate. I get pep talk.
But yeah.
I appreciate you can do it. I appreciate that, but we have to face reality. It's like we weren't going to get past LeBron's Heat, the big three Heat with that team. We was not. You could try to act like we was and talk as long as, like you said, Keith Bogan was a star in two, we was not going to get past LeBron's team.
LeBron, Louis team with Keith fucking Bogans.
We was just not.
Like the other team figured it out. Like, let's double team Rose and we double off of Bogans. Like, who's scared of Keith Bogan standing wide open? It's like,
they had a stat show basically if Keith Bogan scored 7 points in the Bulls to win or something like that.
I think it's something like that. If he hit a three, like in
each half.
So basically, you scored 6 points, then the Bulls win.
It's like if Bogan scored 7 points, and the Bulls will win.
Keith Bogan's hit a three in each half. It's like the Bulls.
2 threes and a free throw. if he got 7 points in the Bulls, the Bulls had like a 99% winning rate or something like that when Bogan's hit 2 threes a game, something like that. So that goes to show you, like, okay, maybe we need to do something better so we can fix that.
And the Bulls weren't just done. It's like, the Bulls, they also made some other, like, some quality signings. Like, shout out Alex Caruso, former Laker. Yeah, they signed him to a 4-year, like 30-something million.
37, I think.
37. And DeRozan was 3 for like 85. I want to say something like that.
Nice.
And Lonzo, they getting paper now. These cats.
Black man, get your money.
What's funny when you watch the cats on like on the
inside,
they're like, I played in the wrong era. It's like
inside, because they be like, damn, like Charles
be saying that all the time. It's like, man, I played in the wrong era.
Charles be looking like, damn.
Like,
Charles ain't get his money.
In the wrong era. Like,
Charles and Kenny ain't get their money like that.
So they be watching like, damn, I played in the wrong era. It's like,
Shaq gets money. Shaq just know how to make money.
Shaq was a top guy, so he was getting money.
He was a top guy, and then he has hell of endorsements. He has hell of endorsements, so Shaq got money.
Like Jalen was like a role player, so like he got paid for like regular folks, but he wasn't getting no like $90 million contract.
And Charles was a top guy, but he just played in the wrong era.
Charles played way before this contract.
Yeah, he just played in the wrong era.
Mm-hmm. But was like Alex Caruso, like you gonna like this one. He's I don't know if you watched any Lakers games last year, but that's a good quality signing for you off the bench right there. He's gonna he compared like he's like the old baby Bulls. He's like another Kirk Heinrich like that, yeah.
Okay.
White boy like that, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, I like that. You know, I always say that, not being funny. I like my white boys on team to be scrappy because I like them to be like that's why people like say, even though I hated him because he was on the team that we were playing against, like Dellavedova. That's why people like Dellavedova because he was a scrappy white guy.
Caruso's like that, like another.
Like you need somebody scrappy. You need that. You need that on a team.
Like Heimer, I said Baby Boy's not crapping Kirk when he came back when he was old and shit, like not that. Mm-hmm. But Kirk like during the Baby.
Kirk, here's my favorite Kirk moment. When Rondo threw him over that table and Kirk,
they had words.
He pulled up, Kirk said, "Motherfucker, you don't know me." Kirk said, "Motherfucker," Les Mount said that you don't know me. I was like, the Kirk was like, what? Look at his mouth. Like it made me giggle.
I don't like Caruso, yeah, because like especially if you're not familiar with him from his time with the Lakers. Like
because I'm not that I know the name, but I don't really know his play like that. So I'm gonna have to look at
part of the championship team from the Bucks.
Nice.
You know, the Lakers, when they got Westbrook, so their money is way too much.
Yeah, and it's Westbrook you got.
And they got 3 max guys. That's a lot. If you got 3 guys like each making like over 35 million, that's a lot. Like LeBron, AD, and Westbrook are all making like 35 and up. It's a lot of money just in play. So they
making that money.
Even these NBA owners, they got money, but they're not made of money, so they got to cut costs. So like they select
right.
So a lot
of like I said,
Lakers fans didn't want that. They were upset because Caruso, but they let him walk. But look at that payroll. It's like they got there's a lot of money invested.
And then it's like, I mean, I'm sure they won't have problems because like, I mean, even though we're still in a pandemic, it's like it's LA, it's the Lakers. People are still gonna go to the games.
Yeah.
It's the Lakers. They're gonna go. They're not gonna lose money from low attendance. They're not. People are still gonna go. But
I found the tracker of what I was looking for. Thank you, Bleacher Report, NBA free agency tracker. So I want to just read them off and shit. Like,
yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna read off like all these deals little by the ones off the top of my head. I just mentioned because like I might not see them in here because it's a lot here. Mm-hmm. So is that all the Bulls quality signers? I think I mentioned most of the Bulls ones. Like another name that's out there they're looking at, which is interesting, is LaMarcus Aldridge is going back for a second opinion. He might not be retired after all. Like he announced his retirement last year, like with the Nets. After he has heart issues or something. Yeah, but now Aldridge is saying, I might not be done. So Aldridge gets cleared, and then and Chicago is like one of the teams.
We should have drafted him anyway. So
they did draft. They traded him for Tyrese.
You said Tyrese. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah,
John Paxson made that trade, by the way. I'm just saying because that was a draft. They drafted Aldridge and then traded him on draft day for Tyrese fucking Thomas.
The highlight of Tyrese Thomas's career is when he threw the oop to Derrick Rose and Derrick Rose ducked on Goran Dragic,
who also got traded. We're gonna talk about
that. Was that was the biggest highlight of his career.
And we're gonna talk about Derrick Rose. Like, let's talk about Rose since we're there. Like we're not new at this. Rose returns to the Knicks. Like nice. 345, something like that. Something like that, I want to say.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for Rose because this is his second act. Rose is getting a second act because people wrote him off with the jokes. Rose's knees. You know, people for like the D Rose logo. You know how his logo is on his like how they show for his logo. The people are showing him like in a wheelchair and just trying to be funny and stuff. But it's like he actually is having a second act right now.
It was like some memes out there about Rose.
Yeah, it was some goofy ass memes.
Like they have like that the jersey, the front and back. Like for Derrick Rose's jersey, his on the page, like the NBA merch page, yeah. Yeah, the jersey is like the jersey. And they have like the front and back of the jersey. They had a suit there for Derrick Rose at one point because like we sat out for like 2 years with the injury the first time with the Bulls. They said like Derrick Rose's jersey page and had a picture of a suit, the front and back.
You see my face.
Like that.
That was my reaction. People started laughing. I was like,
the one that did kind of make me laugh was when the mind LeBron.
That was funny.
And then they have like Derrick Rose blew out Ding and Joakim Noah.
Yeah.
Like Rose is in a suit doing low end Ding on uniform. Saying like, man, we got the heat next round. Shit, y'all got the heat.
Y'all got the heat.
And Derrick Rose's voice was shit. Y'all got the heat next round.
Y'all got the heat with his Inglewood and everything. I heard his Inglewood and everything come out. Yeah.
And now that I think about it, what's his name? G-Skee kind of reminds me of D Rose the way he talks. He had that Chi-Town accent like that, yeah. Like G-Skee, he kind of had the Chicago.
Yeah, the D Rose.
He's so Chicago, he had the Chicago accent like that too. Oh, like G-Skee talk like that. I just thought about that. He kind of had that going. But D Rose, Knicks made some nice moves. The Rose they brought back, Evan Fournier they brought into the Knicks.
Nice. I like the Fournier. I like that.
They didn't get DeRozan, but Fournier's a nice consolation prize.
Mm-hmm.
he can he's part of that France team that won silver. We're gonna talk about the US gold team in a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But Fournier was part of that France team, him and Rudy Gobert. So like shout out France. But also they brought in Kemba Walker, great signing right there. Especially because OKC bought him out. They did the trade with Kemba Walker for Al Horford a couple weeks back. And OKC is in the rebuilding, so like so they said, let's just cut him. But yeah.
Can you imagine if they run together? If Kemba and Rose, if they let them both run together?
Some offensive firepower there. So the Knicks say they've been busy in the offseason. Miami
and Gibson came back too. Gibson came back, right?
Brought back,
I like it. I like it.
Gibson and Rose, and they brought in Walker.
I like it.
So, like I said, you got to improve. Yeah, you made the playoffs. You just sit on your hands. It's like you got to get better. So, yeah.
You got to ascend because it's like, okay, you made the play, but you were out in the first round
in
the first round.
Let's try to make the second round next year. So you got to bring in more talent.
At the very least, we're going to go 7 in this first round. We got to go 7. It has to come down to like the other team just pulled away in the last 30 seconds. It has to be that, it has to be well, you were right there.
Also, another very busy team in free agency. We're not going to get to the Lakers yet. We come back to them. Miami Heat. They made some quality moves, like Kyle Lowry being at the top of that list.
Yes.
So they upgraded the point guard spot to Kyle Lowry. That was a sign and trade. It's like to send Dragic and some other pieces back to the Raptors.
Okay.
And now they got Kayla, and they brought back Oladipo. So yeah.
Okay.
Sign in there.
I like that.
So yeah, Jimmy Butler signed his extension, so that was a good sign. Like Butler ain't going. Butler took his $200 million and said, "Hey, re-signed Jim."
Florida ain't got no state taxes either. Yep. Just saying. So you're gonna save some money off that $200 million.
Definitely, man. So I'll read through some of these other signings real quick. Yeah, like I said, the Depot was one I was just looking back. He's back with Miami, so he said, "Yeah, Depot with his great vocals he got."
I like Depot. Yeah,
dope vocals. Yeah. Hassan Whiteside is joining the Jazz. Nice signing.
Okay, I like it.
I like the because bringing him off the bench behind Rudy Gobert. I like that. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Rudy's back up
because Rudy is badass. He's badass.
Champs made some moves too. Yeah, the Bucks they brought your guy in. Yep, George Hill to the Bucks.
Mr. Ivan Sex.
Crazy eyes. He re-signed with the Bucks.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
I forgot. PJ Tucker went to Miami too. Miami, they made some. So I thought
he got his ring. So he got his ring.
Ari and Tucker, those are two power moves at Miami. Yeah. Tucker's one of those. He's one of them scrappy guys you like having around. He does hard hat lunch pail.
Tucker is like another like how Taj Gibson was. Like that, like how Taj would be scrappy with the Bulls, like that.
Rodman back in the day, like he's not doesn't have the fanciest game, but he's gonna do the dirty shit that nobody wants. It's like he's gonna rebound. It's that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And you need that, and then you're gonna put him to guard your best player. Like you're gonna put him on your best player because he's going to.
Say he's a Taj or a Dennis Rodman, like a couple of former Bulls like that. That's what he brings.
And you need that. You need that hard hat. I don't complain about minutes. I just. Coach, you give me if I'm started, if I'm coming off the bench, wherever you need me at, Coach, I got you.
Yeah, so PJ got it. Yes, he now said, "Yeah, I want some of this Miami warm weather." Now I'm taking my talents to South Beach,
and I don't want to pay state taxes. I don't keep on going back to state taxes.
Not to mention the weather. He said, "Yeah, I'm signing."
And the weather and the taxes for Florida, weather and taxes.
Of course, we already talked about these guys, so yeah, we already. Something's going.
So don't be coming on our bed. Well, yeah, I'll let y'all can come over here on this couch. Come on, sit on our bed. Come on. We've been here since the 90s. Come on. You can come on. You can join us now. You can join us. And you was there during 10 Floyd, so you a true fan.
Yeah. Those games.
You went to a few of them games.
Speaking of former Bulls, Tony Snell signed with Portland, the Blazers. So.
Okay. Nice.
Lakers been busy, man. Want to save them for last. Let's come back to the Lakers because they did. Let's come back to them. Steph Curry got his money. Like shout out, get your money, black man. Yeah.
Black man, get your money. 200 what mil?
215 million. He's the first player in NBA history to sign two $200 million contracts. Last contract was $200 million. He signed a couple.
Well, I think it's appropriate because he was the first unanimous MVP. Yeah. So why wouldn't the first unanimous MVP?
For years, like Steph Curry was like severely underpaid, but now he more than made up, got all that money back in there. So.
This is what they do. They're like, right this way, Mr. Curry. Right this way, Mr. Curry. You need here's your seats for your family. Here's the daycare. We got a daycare on site for your family. And they doing it big for stuff.
Otto Porter also went to the Warriors, so that was a good signing.
Nice.
Patty Mills to the Brooklyn Nets.
I know. I was like, that was shocking. I thought he was a lifer. I thought he was going to be a lifer.
Especially because they lost Dinwiddie. He went to Washington, by the way. The Wizards got Spencer Dinwiddie. But bringing him off the bench behind Kyrie, that's bad.
Yeah. Patty Mills, we've seen him hit some shots against us as Bulls fans. Like we're like, huh? Like, what? I've seen him hit some shots against us, and I got mad.
I like the signing a lot. Yeah, the Patty Mills, and they brought back big Blake Griffin. Yeah, so Blake's staying in Brooklyn, so it's like good. Blake's like he I guess he likes the direction they're going. So I'm gonna stick around. Like that was a good move. What else we got? Robin Lopez to the Magic. Here's the Taj signing. We just talked about size thing.
I like Robin Lopez. I like his because he got toughness too. He's another one of those tough players that not the prettiest game, but he gets it done. He does.
Andre Drummond to the Sixers.
Okay.
It could be him backing up Embiid. That could
Embiid. Well, if you run them both together.
If you want to go big, yeah.
You want to go big.
Rodney Hood to the Bucks, so the Bucks been busy.
Okay. It's like shuffling a deck of cards. It's like just going everywhere. Like free agency, you'd be like, wait, what's happening? Like
Rudy Gay to the Jazz. So that's a nice signing. To Utah. I just talked about Kyle Lowry. You talked about Lonzo. Oh, Chris Paul got his paper. He ain't going nowhere.
That man get your money.
4 year, $120 million. We talked about that because like he opted out of that 45, like 44. Where I was like, that's a lot to leave on the table. But
yeah,
120.
He knew his word.
Yeah, he got it right back. Yeah.
He knew his word, and for him to get
long-term security, because like this is gonna be his last contract, because like when this is his
he's 36.
He'll be 40 years old. It's like I doubt he signs another contract at 40.
So for Chris Paul to get that bag at 36 years old, he got the bag. Yeah. But he showed justification. Look at Phoenix Suns before I got here. We just played in the finals. We could have won. Give me my money. We could have won. Give me my money.
Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young is not going nowhere either. 5 year, $207 million. Woo.
Trae Young grabbing a bag like that? Jeez.
I guess the Hawks, they said, well, you ain't going nowhere.
All right, Trae Sons. Sorry, Trae Young. All right, Trae Young. Grab the bag. He grabbed the bag. Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, his on day 4, PJ.
Well, I mean, he was just trying to copy his, who they compared him to, Steph Curry. He was trying to copy him, right? He said that was his NBA comparison.
That was his they said NBA comparison Curry.
Motherfuckers, people was like, Curry, get the hell out of here with that.
Not laughing no more. 207 million. He's laughing.
They make fun of the way he looks, but I mean, hey, he ice your ass. He be icing your ass out.
Mike Conley, 3 years, $72 million. He's staying with
he already checked the bag before, so I mean anything he get now is gravy.
Oh, this is just a little extra butter for the biscuits.
Yeah, it's just gravy, yeah. Because he already checked the bag. Yeah.
Alex Caruso, I just talked about him, 4 year, $37 million with the Bulls. Trevor, I'm trying to save all the Lakers signings. I want to read them all together because it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, what? They're on there? Yeah. So I was like, huh?
Allen staying with Cleveland. Duncan Robinson staying with Miami. Tim Hardaway staying with the Mavericks. Hardaway got his break.
I like it.
4 year, $72 million. Hardaway staying.
When Luka go for his next year?
Luka, his is up. He can sign now because like he's part of that 2018 class. So that's 18 because that's DeAndre Ayton, Luka Doncic, Trae Young. they're eligible to resign now. Like Luka's probably just like waiting to see what the Mavericks do. That's why he want to watch. Yeah, watch the landscape. But he can't. They better
Mark Cuban.
They better pull like the Atlanta Hawks and back that Brinks truck up to him. Yeah.
You better pull out that Birkin bag and throw it at him. You better throw a Birkin at him because Luka.
You don't want to lose Luka for nothing.
You don't want to lose Luka. You don't. You don't want to lose that man. You don't.
I'm trying to see if there's any other major signings. These are all smaller ones. I can skip most of these ones before we attack the Lakers right now because they did a lot.
The mighty Lakers.
Yeah.
Showtime.
After they already made the trade for Russell Westbrook, which we talked about, they went on signing Carmelo Anthony. So
finally Melo gets to play with LeBron. Finally, his buddy.
For years, like probably the last 7-8 years, they've been trying to play together. So that finally happened. And you got 2 of the top 10 scorers of all time on the same team. It's like it sounds like Tupac and Snoop Dogg, 2 of America's most
insane.
Same motherfucking time. It's like you got 2 of the top 10 scorers. They both in the top 10. LeBron, I think LeBron is 3 now, something like that. And Melo's in that top 10 too of like scorers of all time. So you got 2 of them on your team right now. Shit's crazy. Because I think Bron is because it's Kareem, Malone, and LeBron. He's 3 right now. And Carmelo is on. I forget where he is, but he's in that top 10. No, the top 10. You have 2 of the top 10 scorers of all time. Crazy. So and Melo is he's like Disco Stu. He knows his role now.
Yeah,
he's willing to come off the bench. So like. Yeah. So when LeBron goes to the bench, you can bring Melo in. It's like
he's 35. He wants a ring.
So he's he knows his role now.
He's 35 and wants a ring. So he's like, "Oh, that I'm still a starter."
Well,
I want to get this ring.
That's what happened with OKC's big 3. Which with Westbrook, Paul George, and Carmelo. Like that's why it didn't work. Because Melo still thought he was a star then. But now you see, especially he's been humble. Like maybe he was out of the league like not too long ago. Yeah,
because Ice Cube was saying for him to play in the big 3.
Yeah. I think I mentioned them too on when I interviewed Cube a couple of years. I think I mentioned Carmelo coming to the big 3. I think I did that. Yeah. Yeah, because Melo like his NBA career was all but over to Portland. Look, and like Portland kind of revived his career.
Yeah, they rejuvenated his career basically.
It's just like Minnesota rejuvenated Derrick Rose because he was done until he went to Minnesota that year.
Right.
It saved D. Rose's career. Trevor Ariza coming back to the Lakers. Dwight Howard coming back to the Lakers. Wayne Ellington's joining the Lakers. They making moves, man. They putting a nice little squad together, yeah.
So they want to get that ring.
And they were able to do this with nothing. That's what's amazing. They didn't have any cap space because, like I said, you got 3 guys making all over $35 million. Like, where's your cap room at? So, like, all these guys took pay cuts to come to join the Lakers. Like,
join the Lakers because they want to get ring. Well, Dwight already has a ring, but he already has rings. But
4 or 5. I've lost count.
Yeah, Dwight already got a ring.
Dwight got his one. Yeah,
he already got a ring. Yeah, but Melo wants that ring.
Melo wants one. They wanted,
Trevor Ariza, he want that ring.
Marc Gasol he stands.
Nice.
Guess he got to catch his brother. His brother got 2.
Right.
That's why I thought Gasol might retire. So yeah,
it's a competition thing.
I got 2. I need 2. Yeah.
Because at Christmas dinner, Hal's probably like with his 2 rings on.
Mark, like, yep, I gotta get another one. Like they should joke about that with Peyton and Eli Manning. It's like Peyton was clearly the superior Manning brother, but Eli had the 2 rings for years. That's why Peyton finally in his final season he got his second one with Denver.
Omaha.
Now he got 2. He's like, okay, now what?
Like,
who's the better brother now? Now you can say. So now I got the rings to back it up. Well, then again, it was only Giants fans that claimed Eli was better. All of us normal folks know that Peyton, but only like dumbass Giants fans were like, yeah, no, Eli's the better one. He got 2 rings. Like Peyton only got 1. It's like
Peyton is one of the greats of all time.
Cut it out.
And I didn't even watch football that I knew Peyton Manning. I even knew who he was.
Cut it out. Eli Manning's not good. Come on. Very average. He had good teams around him, but he was very average. Come on.
Right. He had good support around him, but
Peyton Manning was cold. Eli was all right. But let Giants fans tell it because he had 2 and Peyton had 1. It's like that's why when Peyton got the sales, like now we can stop. Now Giants fans can shut the fuck up forever. Now they can't say that shit anymore. This Peyton got the second one. Oh, Malik Monk is joining to the Lakers too. That's a good sign.
Please.
Who else? Yeah, but they done made some moves. I want to read like a list of like all of them together because like somebody had a list of like all the signings the Lakers made. I can't find that page, of course, but I think I covered most of them right there. They made
That's a lot, though. Mm-hmm. The Lakers are going for broke. They're like, hey, we're all in.
Yeah.
We're all in. Mm-hmm. Because they should have really been there to defend their title. So it should have been them fighting Milwaukee. They should have been in the finals fighting Milwaukee to lose.
Yeah, at the very least, like we should have had the Battle of LA. Like, the Western Conference Finals should have been LA and
the Battle of LA.
Lakers and Clippers. But like Phoenix spoiled that.
Phoenix said yoink.
Phoenix beat both of them. I thought about that because they beat the Lakers in the first round. They beat the Clippers in the conference final. They beat both LA teams in the playoffs this year.
They said yoink, yoink.
And somehow beat the Jazz, the number 1 seeded Jazz in the middle of all that. Phoenix had a hell of a year. And I think
they did.
Beat the Lakers in the first round, the number 1 seeded Jazz in the second round, and then you beat the fucking Clippers in the conference final. That's a lot. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. They had a hell of it. Even without winning the title, they had a hell of it.
Yeah, they did.
And you brought Chris Paul back, so there you go. Shout out to them, yeah. But yeah, Lakers, early predictions like from some, not all, but some are having Lakers and Nets as the NBA Finals. To me, it's way too early to like my predictions. Even though I hope the Bulls are a top 3 team in the East, I'm not gonna jinx it. I just hope it.
I saw a guy on TikTok but he broke down Steph Curry's money, like how Steph Curry's like how basically his salary, his annual salary is 3 times what the WNBA has. At the end of the video, he says, yes, and the Golden State Warriors are paying all this money to Steph Curry just so they can lose in the finals against the Chicago Bulls. So I was like, that made me laugh. Like at the end, I was like, okay, we got another Bulls. We got a Bulls fan. We got a Bulls fan. But I mean, I think the Bulls are definitely a playoff team. Definitely. I think 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I say around there, 4 or 5.
Like that. I can live with it. Because to me, the Bucks and the Nets, that's 1 and 2. I don't think those 2. Mm-hmm. And like
Philly might be 3.
Philly or
Miami 3.
Philly or Miami could be hanging around 3, 4. Mm-hmm. And then after that, like the Bulls, Hawks.
I say Bulls 4 or 5. Yeah, Bulls are around 4 or 5.
Like that's what that next tier is like. Bulls, Hawks, Knicks are all on that next tier. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like any one of them could be like that 4 or 5 seed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the Bulls, Hawks, Knicks level. Because the upper echelon is like I said, Bucks and Nets, and then Miami and Philly.
And Philly kind of flirt with it. They flirt with it a little bit.
And that third tier, I said, that's Bulls, Knicks, Hawks. That's that tier.
It just feels good to be back in the conversation. It feels good about the conversation now. Like
in a long time since the Bulls. Yeah.
2011. What? That was 10 years ago when we did the Eastern Conference Finals.
And Derrick Rose won the MVP, had a number.
That was 10 years ago. Oh my gosh.
2011.
Jeez. That don't feel like that was 10 years ago.
We were at the game where Rose received his trophy. We were there. They played the Atlanta Hawks that day.
He held it up.
He holds that trophy. Naima and I are in attendance for that game.
Yes, I was like, what?
We're part of the crowd chanting MVP. We're in that.
Yeah, I was cheering.
Listen close to you, hear my voice.
Because phones weren't that good yet. We didn't have these smartphones like this. I was like, I wish I could. Like that's stuff I wish I had documented, but this wasn't now in 2011. So yeah.
And social media didn't like that either. So like
it wasn't. Yeah.
Posted like to the gram. The gram like was new. Nobody had Instagram like that. So yeah.
Facebook was only like 4 years old, 3 years old, something like that. 3, 4 years old. Yeah.
Like that then.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of free agent activity. Since we're on basketball, we're gonna finish up with basketball, I guess, because we ran long. But yeah, Shout out to the
it was a basketball episode.
USA basketball. The men's team took home.
Yes.
I was watching because that was Friday night. Yeah, I was watching because I went out to Rockford. Yeah, so I watched.
I fell asleep. I was trying to watch it and I fell asleep.
I got to watch him win the gold.
I was tired.
No, I had to for the homie Zach. I
wanted to watch it. Mark's like, yeah, the game is about to come on. I said, okay. And next thing I know,
USA and France was the medal game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, shout out France, Rudy and
Fournier,
all of those guys. But US took the gold, baby. And like I said, shout out to the guys. Like I said, Devin Booker, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Legit. And then
so what did they do? They hopped on a plane like after finals, like, yeah, we won. And they just hopped on the plane and
went straight to Tokyo. Crazy.
That's a long flight to Tokyo. That's a long ass flight.
So those three were just in the finals. And then they had to go.
And for them, like shout out to Middleton and Holiday, like you guys are NBA champs and Olympic gold medalists the same year.
Just right next to you, because like the finals ended like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
Right, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So big ups to them for getting the chip and the medal the same year. So
shout out to all those guys. Kevin Durant. Shout out to all those guys. Yeah.
And then whatchamacallit, I saw another interesting stat.
Shout out, all the guys. Yeah.
I saw another interesting stat. They said that JaVale McGee and his mom become the first mother and son to win gold medals in basketball.
Yeah.
So that's a cool stat to see. I was like, oh wow, like his mom won a gold medal back in the day for women's basketball, and then he won one now for the men. So I mean that's dope that you and your mom both won Olympic gold medals. So you at dinner, you guys could be like on Christmas dinner, the Olympic medalists. You guys can can flex that. So that's dope. Happy for him.
I want to read off the players. I want to get everybody, so I want to shout them out. Yeah. So.
And Zach is a gold medalist.
Zach got his medal. Let's get that chip.
We need a chip, Zach.
Let's go. Let's get that
Let's
chip.
Bring it back. And then I know exactly what he just say. It's been since '98 since one was here. Bring it on back. That's what we need. We haven't had one since '98. It's been a long time. We in need of another chip.
Bam Adebayo, D Book, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson, Zach LaVine, Damian Lillard, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton, and Jason Tatum. Shout out those guys. Yeah.
Ice water veins. Dame Lillard, ice water.
Dollar, baby.
Ice water.
Especially shout out said Drew, D Book, and Middleton.
Y'all just played. Jeez.
Y'all hopped on a plane and went over there right after playing in the final. No rest and shit. No days off and shit.
Talk about endurance for real.
But
that should be the next Gatorade. That should be the next Gatorade ad to just show those three like, hey, finals from finals to Olympics. Yeah. That's the ad right there.
A lot of them guys in Tokyo, like they were over there a while ago, and the rest of the ones in the finals had to come later and join them.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go and join.
Everybody was like, get off the plane.
Red eye and shit. There you go.
Wiping coat out their eye.
Well, I'm done. Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Yes. Oh, congratulations. Rihanna is now a billionaire. Woo!
Billionaire status, yeah.
Get your money, Black woman. Black woman, get your money. Yes.
And shout out, let's do some quick hot takes. Shout out Nas on a dope new album because fucking Donda didn't come out. So Nas became my go-to album for this weekend. That's what I was listening to.
Nice. I gotta listen to it.
Shout out to as Mike Love and like others say, like grown man rap as we call it.
Old man rap. Yes, old man rap.
That's the grown man rap right there. King Disease 2 is the name of the album, so shout out.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, and Lauryn Hill has a verse on it. It's funny. And she jokes about her lateness on there. That's what's funny. So
if I rule the world, hey, they link back up.
She's making fun of herself for being late and everything. She joked about her lateness on the phone. Lauryn Hill making fun of her.
Hey, you gotta,
Because she knows she's late at everything. So
hey, you guys sometimes laugh at yourself. Sometimes, hey.
That made me chuckle. I was like, Lauren, one of her lateness. So, appreciate everybody supporting out another damn podcast. When fucking Donda's not out again, by the way. I have to say that one more time. If you want to support us further, give our Facebook fan page a like. Especially if you wanted the dumbasses that flew to Atlanta again for that second album release party. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Talk about Apple Podcast, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Tasha was getting it in STEM research. Shout out, Tasha, because especially on Friday, because New Edition Cooler Now was one of the STEMs. So I tagged Tasha and I was like, you definitely got to be a STEM research. She's like, oh, yeah.
She's probably doing it in her house.
Mike Love shouts us all the time on STEM research. We're going to shout Mike Love out right now. Shout out.
Yes, shout out. I got to get back on STEM.
Each and every night, 8 to 10 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. Check it out, okay? Mike MF in Love is on Twitch.
Yes.
We gotta show love. Like Mike shows us love, we gotta show him love.
Yes.
Also, let's get our little YouTube on like we always do.
Okay.
And you check us out on your Amazon Alexa as well too, and it's YouTube. I will do. For Chicago, baby. This Chicago, as DJ Ferris would say. And follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know how I do it.
And you can check me out, MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, SCRAGULEY1 on Twitter, SCRAGULEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out Straight Gully for your check out straightgully.com for your blogs and for your video production needs. Check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.